Hello nerds! Thank you once again for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your week in Nerdom Movies edition for the first week of 2018. Happy New Year! This week on the Movies edition, we are talking Hellboy, Black Panther, Han Solo, so much stuff. But first, let's hit an intro.
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander Worf, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Alright, so the first thing we're talking about is Bumblebee. The steaming pile of crap this movie's gonna be, but there's one little shiny ray of hope, and it's the first image that they've released, first production image that they've released. It has Bumblebee in his original form, and original being the original, not the remake original. He's no longer a Corvette or a Camaro or whatever the hell they had him as. He is now a Beetle one more time. Not the new Beetle, not even the weird, like, curve, like, yeah, that crazy remake, the first remake Beetle. It's not that either. It's the original, like, 67 bug. So that... Oh, he wanted to say hi, and now he's off. So that has a little bit of positive possibility. I don't know. They've also released like a synopsis of where they're going, and I haven't read it yet because I don't care. I'm only going to passively catch this movie. If you guys are excited for the new Bumblebee movie, definitely tell me why in the comments down low, but we're gonna just keep on trucking. Next on the list, we're talking Godzilla VS King Kong. Universal said they weren't gonna do a Monsters universe, and now we're getting a Godzilla vs. King Kong movie. Como? So far, it is set to shoot in Atlanta, and that's all we really know about it. Definitely looking forward to finding out more about it, but right now there isn't much more to... once they get into production, we will definitely see a lot of news updates around it. But until then, cross your fingers and hope they go in the right direction with this. And then kicking on down the road, we're talking Han Solo. Alright, so this one might take up a little bit of time. I'm actually gonna lump in, the other bit's gonna be in the supplemental. There's another Star Wars bit, but it's not necessarily news, it's just continuing the discussion, so that'll end up in the supplemental. Right now we're talking Han Solo, and according to Screen Rant, they apparently have spoken with a Disney insider, use the term very lightly, and the insider said, and I'm going to read the exact quote. The insider said, and I quote, "Disney is bracing themselves for the Han Solo movie to bomb. They were worried about it before all the Last Jedi controversy, but now they're essentially writing Solo off. I'm sorry, I said I'm going to quote it. Let's quote it. The lead actor, Alden Ehrenreich, sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, can't act. And they had a dialogue coach on hand for all of his scenes. On top of that, the script is unworkable. It's going to be a car crash." Now, I don't buy this. Disney has put out a statement recently, I don't know if it was before or after this quote, but they've put out a statement recently that says, "We like the Last Jedi movie." They also say in that statement that it's serving one of the purposes, aside from, the fans to go bonkers and love it, because a lot of them did. A lot of fans really like this movie. It is a very vocal, it's a little bit more than a minority. I would say it's it's pushing up to, I mean, it's minority in that it's less than half, but it's not a whole lot less than half. I would say it's about 30 to 40% of like the hardcore fans, the fanboys. I'm using the air quotes a lot on this episode, but it's, I mean, if you're a hardcore fan, you just love it because it's Star Wars, because it's awesome. Anyway, Disney recognizes that it is a minority, however large the minority might be, it is still a minority of fans that dislike this movie. And they're freaking Disney. Why would they write any of their movies off? Yes, they throw a lot of money at a lot of movies, but they throw a lot of money at these movies because they believe they can do something for the company and, in effect, make them more money, because that's what they're in the business to do, is make money. Yes, they are also in the business to entertain us, but they wouldn't put out a movie that they have written off. They would shelve it. They have the money to not have to go and lose that money necessarily. They have the money to shelve a project and then maybe reshoot it, or maybe just not ever let it happen in the end. Yeah. Anyway, I'm stumbling over myself. I don't believe Screen Rant. I don't believe that, or maybe they thought this was a legit Disney insider. Maybe they didn't. I don't know. But them publishing this is kind of just writing this sensationalized, everybody hates Star Wars. No, not everybody hates Star Wars. Star Wars was fantastic. Star Wars was a very, very good movie in so many ways. Not just in the paying homage while telling our own story kind of way, because that's what they did. Anyway, I'm super excited about Han Solo. People are talking about potential, Boba Fett's going to be in this movie. There's no way he's not going to be in this movie. They just haven't released any production stills of it. Or maybe they have. There's the picture that we put up months ago, I feel like, with Paul Bettany and Ron Howard, when it was let loose that Paul Bettany was going to be in the movie initially. Somebody's saying they see a Boba Fett silhouette in the background. I don't buy that either, but Boba Fett is going to be in the movie, and we're giving a lot of time to this, but we're going to keep rolling. Next, we're talking Black Panther. Very interesting interview with Michael B. Jordan. He's going to be the villain, Killmonger, in this movie. He's talking to Empire Magazine, and he says that his primary motivation for the way he plays Killmonger comes from Heath Ledger's Joker, Michael Fassbender's Magneto, two of the better and definitely most dynamic DC villain, or comic book villains rather, not just DC, comic book villains in the movies in recent history. So that kind of makes me a bit more excited for it. I feel like Michael B. Jordan is still not really a known quantity. There's still a lot about his ability that hasn't been tested, I feel like. He did okay in Creed. He wasn't great. I feel like as a support and not a lead, he'll be better. And definitely as a villain, that gives him a little bit more room. And it's not straight up like take over the world kind of villain. It's more of a philosophical difference kind of villain, which is what worked so well in Civil War. Not that Iron Man or Cap were a villain in that movie. They were just two sides of a coin. And it sounds like Michael B. Jordan is playing Killmonger as a similar kind of antithesis. Yeah. To T'Challa, I don't remember the actor's name who's playing T'Challa. But anyway, I'm super excited, even more excited about Black Panther now. Black Panther is probably the second most exciting thing for me in the coming year. And we're going to get to that at the end of the video. Next, we're talking Hellboy. David Harbour, a.k.a. Hellboy, a.k.a. The Sheriff from Stranger Things, has wrapped production on Hellboy, but not the movie. We don't know. They haven't made any announcement. I would imagine that would be something to announce, because a lot of people are looking forward to it. He was talking to Variety. No word on the status of the production overall, but is it wrapped and moving into post completely, or is just all of the David Harbour stuff moving into post? Do they have a couple of loose ends they have to tie up? I don't know. But it is set for release January 11th of 2019. So I would imagine that means they still have a little bit of filming left to do. But I don't know how they're going to do a lot of filming without David Harbour, being as he's the title role. Maybe they have to do a little bit more, or another origin for him, so they're doing all of the stuff before he comes on screen. Now that he's done, I don't know. But if you guys are stoked about this movie like I am, then definitely let's talk about it in the comments below. Something to talk about this movie is Harbour's take versus Ron Howard's take. He said that Howard's version of Hellboy was a lot more machismo and a lot more bravado, and his version of Hellboy is more the finding himself kind of thing. So which of those versions of Hellboy? I don't read the comics. I'm not gonna lie. I don't read the comics. My girlfriend reads the comics. She loves them. I haven't had this conversation with her yet, but we're going to have it. Which version of Hellboy is going to be more in line with the comics? Definitely, let's talk about that. And then our last bit of, it's not even necessarily news, it's just a discussion point that I probably could put in the supplemental, but we're going to put it here because it's all movies. Who was it? Comicbook.com, I think? I can't remember. I think it's comicbook.com. Posted the top 10 most anticipated. Yeah, comicbook.com, definitely. Top 10 most anticipated movies for 2018. I'm going to go through them and let's talk about them. What is your most anticipated movie for 2018? Their list from 10 to 1. Number 10 is Ocean's 8. Don't know why this made its way on the list. That new I can't even remember the name of it. I should have wrote it down in my notes. The new Steven Spielberg movie with the anime chick. She's all CGI and she's a cyborg, but it's like a bunch of cyborgs. I can't even, like Death Angel, something Death Angel. Death Angel's the subtitle. I can't remember the girl's name. That should be on this list, but it's not. X-Men Dark Phoenix definitely should be on this list. A Wrinkle in Time maybe should have been number 10 and not number 8. Fantastic Beasts of Grindelwald, Crimes of Grindelwald, rather, is number 7. Incredibles 2 is number 6. Those are solid choices. Solo, Star Wars story, probably could have been higher up than that. Untitled Deadpool sequel, so Deadpool 2, I can't imagine they're going to call it anything else. Maybe Deadpool and Cable, but probably just Deadpool 2. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, another one that probably shouldn't be on this movie, and if it is, why is it number 3? That seems a little excessive, and by a little, I mean crazy excessive. Black Panther easily should be number 2, that's without question. Avengers Infinity War maybe should have been number 3 with Solo at number 1, but that's just my personal take on it. What are you guys excited for in 2018? Let's talk down low. And with that, and just movies, we're just talking movies in this video. But with that, we are at the end of this video. I hope you had a very happy new year and you were super safe and didn't land your butt in jail. If you did, sorry. The website is generallynerdy.net. Go there, find all of the social media links and all the blog writings and the things and the hey. And then also you can find the Patreon link, or you can go straight to Patreon, patreon.com/generallynerdy. You can help support this channel, help me keep creating this content if you so desire. If you are just going to stick around on YouTube though, there are some buttons. I think they're actually over here. I don't remember, but they're there, and one of them is subscribe. If you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down. We can talk about it either way. I always try and respond as fast as possible. Even for videos that have been posted for months and months, I will still respond to you. So Let's have a conversation. That is the purpose of this, is to have a conversation. So thank you guys very, very much for watching to the end of this. Before you go, I do have to remind you to always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.